Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tay Sweat here once again, and this is the STV Market Watch. We're getting this thing started all right. Now, I'm recording this on Sunday, so I'm not considering this Money Monday just yet. So we're not gonna do a public profile until tomorrow. So I'll do that tomorrow. So today, what we're gonna be talking about, and I want to kind of put out this special announcement. Today, what we're going to be talking about, number one, is how to trade support and resistance and what is Confluence. We'll talk about that. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because something that we're going to be doing here in the maybe third week. I think the 21st is the third week of the June month. But the third week of June or the 21st, I'm going to be doing a $100 to 100K challenge. And basically, what I'm going to do is be breaking down how that's possible, how we use, what are the things that we do to get there, how to get there, right? It's gonna be a 3-day learning experience. It's totally free to show up. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Before I finish this, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, I can do this free stuff all day, right? But what keeps me doing free stuff is when people show up, take it serious, and I get, positive results. Because I mean, that's how I get paid personally. Like for me, my what would they say? The enjoyment of me seeing people get success. That's my payment. That's what I get paid. But when I'm doing these, free things and people don't show up, it's not a really big crowd. I'm like, I'm going back to the paid shit because people, they took it more seriously and they showed up. So show up for this. If you want me to keep doing the free stuff, please, please, please show up. And once again, I would suggest you show up because I can't promise you that the next few are going to be free. Because if people don't show up the way I think they should, I know how many followers I have. I know how many people are in my Discord group. I know how many people should be here. So if I don't have at least 2,000 people on this call, we got a problem. There's a problem. All right, that lets me know that people aren't taking the free shit seriously, and then I'll stop doing it. Right, I'll still put out some YouTube videos, but like all of the free challenges and stuff, I won't do those anymore because it takes a lot of my time. It takes a lot of time from my son, and that, I mean, that's a big no. Anyway, there's gonna be a 3-day learning experience. I got y'all right. I want to break this stuff down. Of course, I did not make this, so I'm not calling myself the GOAT. Feeling like how narcissistic could you be? It's not me. This is made by my team. But also, I'm going to be dropping the link in the Discord group, free Discord. So everybody should be there. You should get the link that way. Sign up there. I will be doing a VIP personal, like a option for my VIP folks. The VIP basically is going to give you access to the replay. Number one, because y'all know me. If I'm going to put something out that has an edge on our trading, it can't be out in the ether just running around on YouTube for free because that's when it stops working because so many people use it, right? And ask yourself, do you want to sit here, watch me teach you something? You learn it, and then because everybody else is learning, it doesn't work anymore, and you wasted your time. You're like, man, I spent all this time and brain power learning something, and then now because everybody knows it doesn't work as it used to, as good as it used to. So it doesn't help anybody. So I don't put the replays out there for free because people steal from me, number one. And number two, when they steal, it goes out to way too many people. And when that happens, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work like it used to. So then nobody wins, right? So we are going to be protecting some of the things that give us an edge in the market. So VIP students, you will be getting access to the replay so you can get, you can rewatch it and get your edge going and you can get the edge, same edge that, me and my SCV VIP members, we have, right? But number two, what I'll be doing also is if you are a VIP, I'm going to hold an extra day. So the free challenge is 3 days. You're good. The fourth day, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a Zoom call with whoever is VIP and I'm going to let y'all ask questions and I'll share my screen and break down whatever the hell you need me to break down. We're going to break it down, right? That's what that VIP is going to be. It's going to be almost like a coaching session. There's going to be a few people there, right? So yes, that's how I'm going to run that one. We're going to have some fun with it. And yeah, that's pretty much how we're going to continue to level this thing up for my people who've been studying, okay? So let's get into today's class, into the market watch. Of course, we're going to chart the S&P 500. just to see where it is, where it's going, and pretty much, how I see it moving for the next day or two. Right. But first, I've pretty much, I had multiple people ask me about this. Right. Tay, I can't trade because my wife, she doesn't want me trading because she thinks it's gambling. So first of all, I wanted to make this for those type of people. My wife doesn't like it. My husband doesn't like it. My mom doesn't like it. My blah 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 blah. Right? And I want to break down the distinction or the distinct difference between trading and gambling. Now it's safe to say, and y'all can put it in the comments below, but it's safe to say that gambling is usually like a 50-50 chance, right? If I roll the dice, I mean, it's not even 50-50 because I'm rolling the dice for the first time. I need to hit 7 or 11, right? Well, that's what, 1 through 12. So there's 2 chances out of 12 that I'll hit the numbers I need to hit. Right? That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, of course, there's multiple ways you can get there, though. So let me be honest there. There's multiple ways you can get there, right? 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Yeah, and there's multiple ways you can get there. But what I'm just giving you is like overall using 1 dice. There's only, so if you use 2 dice, you have to double that. So let's just say it this way. So you're looking at 4 times out of what, 24, pretty much. But it rarely gets to like 50-50, even 50-50 chance. So for me, it's like, no, I don't really like that. And I'm not just talking about shooting dice because I know some people are like, well, no, it's actually more than 50-50. It's not. But I know some people are going to mess with those numbers. But I'm just saying overall gambling, right? There's a probability of 50-50 or less, usually, right? You flip a coin, it's either heads or tails, nothing else, 50-50, right? So that's how I feel about gambling. There's no, I can't say there's no strategy. It's a strategy, especially in poker. But there's still nothing that will increase your probability past, I'd even say 60%. There's nothing in gambling that can give you that type of probability or higher, right? So if there's nothing out there that'll give you a probability of 60% or higher, then you probably don't want to gamble if you don't like those odds. Well, what we do, we have what was called Confluence. Somebody asked me about this. Hey, what is Confluence, right? Now, the way I like to look at Confluence, before we break this thing down, the way I like to look at Confluence is like this. Think about a wife, right? Think about a wife, and she's thinking that her husband is cheating, right? Now, the more confluence points the wife has, the more likely it is that he is cheating, right? So look at this. If he's out too late last night, he's probably cheating, right? She's gonna be like, okay, he's probably cheating. Like that's not cool. You usually come home at 10 or 9. You were out to midnight. Who were you screwing on the way home? Between 10, you normally come home, and midnight, right? But what happens is she'll kind of leave that in her, in the back of her mind, like, you know what? That's one thing. I'll leave it alone. Well, next he starts being weird with his phone, right? So now she's like, man, he came home late, and now he's being weird with his phone. Okay, confluence is going up. So now she's like, she went from being 50-50 to now she's like 60-40. She's like, no, 60% chance he's cheating. He was out late and he being weird with his phone. Well, next time he came in smelling like perfume, and it wasn't her perfume. So now she's like, wait. I got 3 things telling me something ain't right. So her confluence is growing. She's getting more points to prove her point, right? She's getting more data points to prove her point. So the more things that she can point at and say, no, that's weird, the more likely she's right. So now he's asleep, right? He's taking a nap, he's asleep or whatever. She comes in and maybe like bumps against him and say, hey, you need to wake up, dinner's ready. And he's like, Elizabeth, leave me alone. And shit, her name ain't Elizabeth. Her name is, Becky, right? And she's like, whoa. Who the fuck is Elizabeth? Right? So now, once again, she has another data point. Then she sees the credit card statement came back with a random hotel charge. Okay, wait a minute. Is this what you're doing with Elizabeth? Because at first, I thought I was crazy. I thought, the woman's thinking, man, I thought I was bugging. I thought I was crazy. I thought, maybe I was just overreacting. But no, we got a credit card charge to a hotel that I ain't never been to. Oh no. And then to top it off, the big dog confluence point. When the husband is no longer craving or is avoiding bedroom time. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It's time to do the dirty. He like, nah, I'm good. That is a huge red flag. If your man don't want something from you, one, maybe check yourself. Man. Who knows, right? You may do something weird when you pooping. I don't know. But that's a huge red flag, especially if you have all of these points. So that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, right? So at that point, at that time, when you get 6 confluence points, it's almost guaranteed that you are definitely not wrong, right? Or the probability is so high that you're right that you can act on it, right? You can act on it. This is what we call confluence. This is what we call confluence, right? It happens in your everyday life. And I'm going to show you how to tie it into trading today. And we're going to use support and resistance. I'm going to have multiple support and resistance levels that I'm going to show you how you can tie in confluence points with candles, with support and resistance, with some other things. And we'll break all of this stuff down to show and prove how you could be right about something playing out, right? And we'll maybe even do a replay. We'll back test. So this is pretty much what confluence is. Once again, it plays out in your everyday regular life. A lot of times, confluence points can be, I don't know, you get some guys, on one level, and maybe they want to date a girl, right? And you're trying to see if she's for the streets, right? Well, maybe first date you take her out. She knows every dude or most of the dudes, wherever y'all take her to, it's like, oh, hey, what's going on, Elizabeth? It's like, how you know Elizabeth? We go way back. And then every other dude, it's, oh, we go way back. Me and Elizabeth, we used to kick it back in my day. That's confluence, right? Then you take Elizabeth home, you thinking you want to marry this woman, and Elizabeth gets you right, a little too right. He's like, man, where'd you learn those tricks? Confluence point. Now you got 2 confluence points that Elizabeth, she probably been around the block. She been ran through, right? And then you keep filtering out different things to improve your confluence. If you got another data point, man, Elizabeth sure make a lot of money. She don't have a job, but Elizabeth, she be on different trips. She be in, Bali. She be in Dubai, Miami, in some nice cars too. Man, I'm wondering where she getting those cars. I mean, how can she afford all this stuff? Bro, Elizabeth is getting sponsored, all right? And she's probably getting rained. That's okay. No judgment here. But that's a confluence point, right? That is a confluence point. This is how you're able to tell whether or not or I'm not gonna say how you're able to tell, but it improves your thinking, right? Whatever your bias is, the more confluence points you get to add to your bias, the more likely your bias is right. That's how this works. Okay? So, with that being said, what's the saying? Without further ado, let's jump into a few charts and we're going to talk about some support and resistance. All right? All right. So, here we have the ES. Okay, it's the ES of the S&P 500. I'm going to do something very nice. We're going to take this, we're going to go to the weekly chart, and I'm just going to replay it back to like something weird, right? And although we kind of saw the weekly chart, when you go down to the hour chart, you don't know how that thing is going to play out, right? I know somebody's still going to be like, well, Tay, you still got to see it. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. Go to the weekly chart, shrink it down, or wipe it away, and then go to the hour chart and tell me you know where it's going. Man, I'm telling you, most people won't hear it. And I damn sure can. So I just want to say that what I'm about to show you, this works in real time, even if we're going through a replay now. A replay is just for study time and back testing. That is it. Right? That is literally it. So, what is support and resistance? Let's talk about You have multiple, ways to identify support and resistance, right? Support is basically a line that supports price action. What that basically means is price action falls, boom, you get support here and here. And if you look far enough back, you will see that there was either wick or something down there giving you some type of what we would call support, right? There was a buy zone, there was a sell zone, there were buyers stepping in, there were sellers stepping in. Like that's always what it is, right? It never fails pretty much. All right. We're gonna go really, really far back on this. So y'all bear with me on this. Because this is for the market crash. So we need, there we go. All right. So yeah, this is back in 2021. So we had to go back far. And this is the hour chart. All right. So we had to go back really far. But as you see back here, this is why we always back test and we look left always. Right? If you look back here, here's some here's some support. So you had seller, 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 seller. You go up above them, they turn into buyers. Now, I'm speaking a little fast for a lot of my beginners. What the heck did I just say? Right? I get it. What I am saying here is when you have a seller and you get above the seller, it turns into a buyer. When you have a buyer, right here, look, the wick came down, buyers bought it up. It came down again, buyers bought it up and took it out of there, right? So what I'm going to be able to see now is that this right here is a buy zone, right? This is a buy zone. And the way you look at buy zones, sell zones is a little different. I don't like to call them buy zones, sell zones, because they're a little bit different on how people look at them, right? For me, this is as low as the buyers let this stock get, right? I'll say that. This is as low as they let it get. So this is an area where they're probably going to buy it up again. If you close below it, then it may run against you, right? So let's fast forward and let's see where this thing is going. We've identified some support. I've already shown, if you have not seen the candlesticks class, the beginner classes on candlesticks, I talked about the wicks. You need to go back and watch those beginner classes on the candle wicks. I probably did those maybe 3 classes back, 2 or 3 classes back. So definitely go watch those because I talked about how the wicks also act as support, right? Or resistance, depending on where you are. So here you see you have wicks in this area. So wick, wick, those are buyers. If you get below those, then we're going to come down here and see if those buyers want to, keep us propped up. So let's go and see. Let's check it out. All right, so we'll move forward. All right. No, I don't want that. Excellent. All right. So where are we? Near term, present day. Let's see. All right. It took away my. Hold on. It took away my or our wipe aways. Let's go back. I'm gonna wipe it away again. Replay wipe this away. All right. I'm gonna wipe it away again. Boom. All right. Go back to the hour chart. Boom. And then boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we wiped it away a little too far away back, but this is not going to show you as it plays out. So let's just see how it plays out. Look, sellers, sellers, sellers. When you get above here and here, and these are the, keep in mind, these are the lines I drew to show you that there were buyers there. These lines are still showing you that the sellers were also there. But once you get above the sellers, they turn into buyers. So look, you got above them right here, and when it came back into it, look, they're buying it up. So let's check it out, right? We're going to get above it. Boom, look at that. When it comes back down to it, it blows it out, holds below. So now it's, look, now it's selling again. It's sellers. Once you blow through it, they're sellers, okay? So why did it stop here? Boom. Buyers right there, because those were sellers at first. They got up and then they sold off, right? So those are sellers. That's why it stopped there. Okay, now let's see where this thing goes. And we're going to get into flags a little bit later, like bear flag, bull flag, etc., etc. This looks like, so this was a bull flag, boom, bull flag, boom. Now, 2 things could be going on here, and I need to bring up EMAs, but I don't want to complicate this for my beginners. But this could be a larger time frame bull flag, which I almost guarantee it is. But it also could be a short-term bear flag. It falls and it flags, continues down. We got sellers right here. Let's see if we can close above. So you can even sell it here and put a stop loss right here. That's a great way to do it if you want to, right? Just in case you give a, you know what. All right. Let's see. Okay, boom. Stop loss. We out of there. Now you're back above. Boom. It's holding. It's gonna hold support. We should be taking back off then. There it is. Now you got resistance in that one because you gotta get back above that one too. Now we're above it and we're out of there. Just like that. Straight like that, baby. Do you see how that works? Okay? See how that works. I hope you see how that works. This is one level of support and resistance. Now there's something I also teach my class, my SCB students. The V's and the U's, baby. Find me the V's and the U's. Right? Basically, what that is to keep it super simple, because this allows me to teach my son, and I can teach, any adult who's just don't know what they're looking at. But you know how to identify a V and a U, right? You know how to identify a V and a U. You can't tell me you don't. All right. So, for example, this is an upside down U. Goes across. That's a U. Boom. That's a U. So what that tells me from here on out is that this area, somewhere in here, this is going to be support. And look at that. Look at that. Got above the U, held support, and now it's running off. V's and the U's, baby boy. I always tell, like anytime I'm teaching the SCB, I say, baby boy, find daddy the V's and the U's. Daddy, I know how to find a V. Daddy, I know how to find a U. I know you do, son. Now find me the V's and the U's, right? So I'm going to show you a few more V's and U's. Here's a V right here. Look at that. Goes down, instantly pops up. Boom. That's a V. That's a V. That's support because they sold it off and they quickly bought it up. And look, the next time it came to support, boom, out of there. Buyers took it and ran with it, right? This is how it works. Baby boy, find out the V's and the U's. There's another V right here, right? Let's move this line here. There's a V, okay? As soon as you clearly get above it, see, this is one of those things where it plays. It gets above it, it gets below it, it gets above it, it gets below it, it gets. I need to see a clear move above it. It gave you a really clear move, and then didn't even get back this low. But this is also a V. This is also a V. So we'll raise it up. Here's another V where price action goes up, sharply shoots down. That is a V. That's where support or buyers and sellers are going to live. Okay, as you see, as soon as we got up here, we held resistance first. Resistance, got above, boom, support, ran off. Came back, look at that, support, boom, out of here. That's how this works, okay? So those are your two ways to find support and resistance. Find me the V's and the U's. I always say that, baby boy, TJ, find daddy the V's and the U's, right? Super easy to find V's and U's. They're going to be either upright or upside down V's and U's. That's it. Right? Here's another level of U's. Look, it comes down, makes a U, and then gets out of here. We're going to put a yellow line here just in case it wants to come back. I want to see if it's going to come back and hold. Right? So here's another line. Look at that. We got another line because this was a U. So I want to see if it comes back and holds here. Okay? Or at least how it slows it down. So let's check it out. See what this support talking about. Let me bring it down a little bit. Bring me back down to support. Okay, we're not coming yet. Let me look up here and see what's going on. Right. So I can guarantee you, just without looking at it, it's correcting the EMAs so we can jump across them and come back down. So we definitely got some room that needs to get touched. As a matter of fact, we need to get back to like 38.83. Yeah, 38.83. It definitely needs to get hit. So I'm gonna be expecting a move down here pretty soon. Here we go. They're starting. Now, why is it stopping right here, though? Look at this. There were buyers in here. Baby boy, find daddy the V's and the U's. There's a V. Boom. It passed this V. There was the next V. It passed that V. There was the next V. Right? There are V's in this. Let's grab this one. So look at that V. Look. Support. There's the V. Came down, sharply moved up. That's a V. Boom. It's a V. Okay? So once again, there are multiple ways of looking at it. Right? You can also draw a box. They sold as low as here. So it may fall all the way down here and still get bought up. Because why? Hey, they were willing to buy it. I said sold, but they were willing to buy it as low as here. It came down here and they still bought it up. So that lets me know that this consists of buyers. Now, when we get below here, the buyers will flip sides and it'll go to sellers. Think about your favorite football or basketball team. You have diehard fans. If you're a Chicago Bulls fan, I don't care if Jordan is there or not. You are a Chicago Bulls fan. So you get almost like street cred for having loyalty to your team. Well, in the stock market, there is no loyalty. If the Bulls are winning, literally, I'm using Bulls as a reason because we call buyers Bulls. If the Bulls are winning and I'm a bear, guess what? I'm jumping on the Bull side. If the stock starts falling and now the Bears look like they're winning, guess what? I'm a bear now. That's how we trade. That's how the market moves. We don't give a crap about loyalty. We just go to what's winning right now. And I say that because think about the Lakers. When the Lakers had Kobe and everybody was winning, great, I'm a Lakers fan. No matter what, I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan. Right? If they lose Kobe or LeBron came, I hate LeBron. But if you're a true Lakers fan, you like Lakers no matter who's on the team. Right? People jump bandwagon. Oh, they losing now. F the Lakers. Okay, cool. LeBron turns it around. They start winning. Okay, I'm a Lakers fan again. Here's my Lakers jersey. That's what happens in the stock market. Whoever's winning, we are on their side. That's just how that works. Okay. So let's see if we can break below here or if we're going to hold support for these buyers. Right. Let's see. We need to break below though, because like I said, I got some area down here at 3,800 or 3,880 that needs to get hit. There it is. Boom. Close below. Support turned into resistance. Look at that. Broke below the buyers. Right. They were willing to buy it up. Look at that. Came below the buyers. Resistance. Let's fall. Oh, don't you do it. Get your butt down there. It kept going. Okay. So this is the thing. Your stop loss should have been right here. So you don't get your ass blown out up here. I've seen people blow up accounts saying, hey, we got below. Because that's what you would call a bear trap, right? I got bear trap right there. I would have got a stop loss if I would have entered right here at 39.32, I'm out of there at like 39.50 or 39.56, right? That's my stop loss. So we got stopped out right there. Part of the game, right? You can either be rich or you can be right. I don't need to be right all the time. I just need to be rich, right? So once again, once I saw my stop loss hit and then I saw them hit support, I would have jumped on board with them. Boom. Take it to the next resistance right here. I would have been out. I'm out of there, right? So let's continue. We still got to get lower, so we need to see how this thing wants to play out. Let's see what do we got here. That's a very bullish. There you go, bull flag right there. It's a very bullish pattern. Boom, boom, bull flag. I don't want to go left to see resistance, so we're just going to let this thing play out until it wants to retrace back to our levels. Once again, we got to come back to 38.80. So that's always on my mind. I don't care how far this shit runs. It's always on my mind that we need to get back to 38.80. 38.80, 38.80. It's always on my mind because I know that there's a range that needs to get hit, right? And it could take a long time. Now, once again, everybody needs to be aware because I'm sure somebody on here trying to roast me now. He getting clapped trying to go to 38.80. No. We enter the market where it is. I'm with the Bulls if the Bulls are winning. I'm with the Bears if the Bears start winning, right? But what I do is I keep in my head that there's an area that needs to get hit because it hasn't been visited yet and we need to get back there. There's a reason. There's rules to it. There's a reason why I'm saying that, right? So I know 38.80 is my target, or one of them. Let me say that, right? But what we do is we run with the Bulls. So if I brought up some EMAs, these EMAs look bullish. Just me looking at the naked chart. These EMAs look bullish, right? For 38.80, and I'm gonna mark this as my target zone, right? We're gonna make it red, so when it hits it, you know what's up. Right? And I can shut up all the stupid folks who, he getting clapped. It's like, no, you need to know your areas that need to come back and get hit, right? And then you move with current price action, right? Boom, bear flag up. Let's see if it closes above here, right? I'm gonna make a line here. If it doesn't close above here, then it's gonna make a move down, right? Resistance, boom. Oh, that was a bull. Was that a bull trap? It looked like a bull trap to me. Oh, that looked like a bull trap. Nope, it got back above. It was bouncing in between these two, right? And like a bull trap, it pulled back in. I mean, that was a bull trap because I'm not dragging price action way down here. That was 41.79 to 41. Oh no. Oh no. I'm not going down 80 points, 70 points, 60 points. No, 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 no. That was a bull trap. I'm definitely not I'm not drawing down after buying from here. I'm not drawing down to here, taking off. No, 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 no. Not in a day trade, not in a swing trade. That's not how we play this game. So no, that was a bull trap. It got above and then it pulled back. So yes, that was exactly that. You would have been great going short right when you got back under here, and then it should have took you down. All right, let's continue. All right, big move up, holding support right here. So we should continue to take off as long as this thing wants to hold, the buyers want to hold. Let's see, boom, boom. Yep, we're going up still. And we're coming back to test that support. Break that support, and you know what's up. But we should still be keep going. Okay, so you just got to above this next resistance, which should be holding it as support, as you see it is. All right, and this is so that's what I'm saying. We keep going with the bulls if the bulls are moving. Right? We just keep going with the bulls. But we know that 3880 is down here, so you have to keep in your mind. That's all I'm saying. You got to keep in your mind. I don't go too heavy on this because I know at any given time we can have this big red candle just take it all away. So for me, when I know there's an area down there that needs to get hit, I tread light, right? So all of my bullish entries, they're not light, but I go in conservative with quick stops, right? Or close stops because I know at any given time we can get one of those big bearish engulfing candles, right? So let's play it out, play it out, play it out. Okay, it's holding support. Look at that support. This is just me showing y'all support, holding support. Follow me, follow me. Let's keep going. Holding support. Got below support, holding resistance. Now you see how this works. I'm literally just showing you support, 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 support. Got below support, resistance, resistance. Now we're probably going to travel our way back down somewhere to this 41.89, which is your next available support, right? Look at that. Goodness gracious. You see how clockwork that is? That's clockwork. That's what we call clockwork in STB. All right. Shout out to all my STB students. This is part of what gives us edge. Right? Look at that. Look at that. Just moved down. Boom. Broke it. Held resistance. Continues to fall. Right? I didn't draw any more support or resistance in here, but I'm sure something's holding it. Yeah, it'll hold probably somewhere in here. Somewhere in this area. Yep, it's trying to hold. It can go as low as here and still be bullish. All right, so let's see if it wants to get down there. Boom! There we go. It literally it touched it right to the point almost, and then it bounced. There we go. Right. Let's see if it gets back down there and get under it. Because if it get under it, it's trying to tell you it wants more. It wants more to fall. Ooh, it's looking tough. They playing with that line. Okay, but it's holding the bulls. The bulls are holding it up. Bulls, bulls. Like literally, that was a great move. You could have bought it here for 41.20. Took it to 41.55. It's a great move, right? Came back down. Boom. You know that bulls are down here. It could have took it right back. Boom. That's how this thing works. Okay. Now you got resistance here. Resistance here and up here. Let's see. Look at that. Resistance. Resistance. Let's see if it wants to break this resistance. Okay. Resistance. 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 And boom. We're above it. Let's see if it holds support. Boom. Support. Uh-oh. Support. Support. There we go. No, it's still trying to play with it. It doesn't want it. Look, the bulls are fighting hard on this. This is showing you that, like, literally, if you all know what you're looking at, it's showing you like a story. It's telling you the story behind the bulls and the bears. Look at this fight going on right now. All right, this is a beautiful thing. I love to watch this happen. Look at that. And the bulls won the fight. Look at that. So yeah, if you bought this area, that was a great area to buy. Great area to buy. Yeah, you had to take a little downside. A great area to buy though. Just like we called it. And see this bullish candle, a lot of you would have bought that. Oh my God, we're bullish. And then when it pulled back, you would have got clapped out of there. Right? And I always tell you all, wait for the pullback. Because there'll always be a pullback. It's always gonna be a pullback, right? So let's continue. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see if it wants to go back down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. I told you at any given time, there's going to be a big bearish engulfing candle because it wants to get back to 30, 80, 80. And that's where I have it flagged. I told you it wants to get back down here to this one, okay? 38.80, right? Somewhere in this area. Now, let's see. Let's see if this wants to hold up because we got a few areas we need to be worried about, right? So we have this area here that could potentially hold some buyers. So we're going to make this green, all right? I want to see where the buyers are going to get held. You have a potential area of buyers right here. I want to see where they get held. So I know we got buyers in the way, 1, 2, maybe even 3 right in here. We got buyers in the way, 1, 2, until we hit my area. So let's see if they hold. Let's see if they hold. But those, whoo, that is that's some bearish activity. Let's continue. It's gapping down. Bulls. Here are some bulls. They might bounce here and come back to here because that will be a great trade. It'll be a great trade. Let's see if it bounces. Oh, and it does. That is perfect. Yeah, that was a great trade. Took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. That was a great trade. Great trade. From 40.10 back up to 40.39, almost 40.40. 30-point move. That's a great trade. Great trade. This does look like a bear flag. It may make it higher. How high could it go? Let's see. I want to pull this line. It could go this high, maybe. Yeah. So we'll see. So I'll be looking to go short because that's a bear flag. And if you go up and hit that yellow line, I'm gonna knock your head off. And there it is, a short. Look, they ran in short early. Look at that. It didn't even touch my damn line. And I kept saying, if you get close to that line, I want you. And look at that. They knocked the head off. That's what I call knocking the head off. Right? You get up there, they're gonna knock your head off. That's exactly what they do. Okay. Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Buyers should step in here. Let's see. Let's see. All the buyers don't step in here. Here to here. That'd be a great trade if you want to catch the bounce. Like, let's just say if you were like, all right, I'm bearish. I'm going to cover my shorts or basically take my profit from going against the market. And now I'm going to buy something and see if we can get it back up to here. Just a quick, and that's one of those quick pops, $20 pop here and there, right? Because we got bulls here and here. So I'm willing to get it and hold it as low as here. And my exit should be somewhere in here. I'm just using support and resistance to show y'all these trades. Look at that. They sold it off early, but yeah, that's the pop I was looking for. They sold it off early. This happens in the market a lot. We call it front running, right? You're going to have to know that because there it is. They still hit it, but they front run the market a lot. I mean, I say they, but I do it too. Don't get me wrong. If I'm up, 40%, and it's got another $3 to go or something like that, I'm like, I'm not holding out for $5. Give me my money now, and you'll see the market sell off. Then it'll come back. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. Let's continue. Let's continue. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's still bearish. This thing is getting knocked down. Knocked down. Okay, look at this. It's a bear flag. Boom. Bear flag up. Resistance here. Look at that. Resistance, resistance, resistance. We could have drew a line right there. Boom. Good resistance. Market starts to sell off again. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. And right there, they front ran my 30, 80, 80. But look at that. They front ran my 30, 80, 80 by 3 points. And I still don't think they're done though. Because it still needs to get closed. This is an area that needs to get closed. So right now it's just bouncing off so it can cool off a little bit. And it's going to come back because this is an area that needs to get closed. Right? Anytime that happens, this is what I'm looking for. Right? Anytime that happens, this is what I'm looking for. Okay. So now they're going back through. Look, got back through your sellers, held them as support. Got back through your sellers here, holding them at support. Right? Actually, you're not fully through the sellers. It's got to close above here. Let's see if it does. Okay, close above. So bearish. This is what we call a nice bear market rally. All right, boom, 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 boom. And let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say the bear should step back in soon. Yeah, there they are. Bear should step back in, and they should now get down there and close my gap. I know there's a gap down there that needs to close. That red gap that I made, right? And Boom! There's my close. That's how this works. This is what we call supporting resistance, boys and girls. Now, there's a lot of other things that I can teach, right? But this is how it works. And when you have multiple confluence points, right? So, for example, here, or let's just go way back here. So here we had bears stepped in, right? They started breaking down a lot of your buyers and got through. Okay, that's one. They're breaking through support ranges. Okay. Number two, I told you we had an area down here that we needed to cover. Number three, this right here was an actual bear flag. It was a bear flag. When it falls and then it kind of makes a move up like that and continues lower, that is a bear flag. So that's three confluence points that we had. Bears were stepping in, breaking down buy zones, confluence area, gap, close. Boom, that's it. That's how we play the game, okay? That's how we play the game. And that's what's called confluence. When I have multiple things that is telling me, hey, we got to get down there. Multiple things telling me, hey, I know it sounds like a gamble, but we got three things telling me that that's where it needs to go. I'm going to place my bets right there because my probabilities are much higher than any gambling institution that I can find. All right. So that's how this works. This is what we do. This is how we play the game. This has been another great STB Market Watch. Actually, before we end this thing and I tell you to show me some love and share my shit, I need to show you one quick thing, right? One quick thing here. As you see, we have support. So look, we got support here and we have support here. Now, I've already drawn a line back here. So this is a resistance. So what's going to happen right now, you could just, as we talk about what we, taught in today's class, what you're going to see is we're going to bounce between here and here until it figures out where it wants to close and hold. So you're going to see it bounce between. Now, I personally think we need to come back and cool off just a little bit. Not a lot, maybe down to 41.75, and then maybe we'll take back off. If not, what you'll see is this will hold. We'll get above here, hold this, and then we can go as high as 43.20, somewhere in there, right? So it should bounce in between these though. So you can mark these on your chart, and you can come in and you can come back and tell me I was wrong or right, but this is what it should do. It should bounce in between these. This is support, right? This area, these two areas are support. So if it does come back, it should bounce to 42.60. I got some big sellers in here, so I'm expecting once it hits that, we get a big move back. That's what I'm expecting, okay? So that has been another great STB Market Watch. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, and share my shit. If it's good, if it's helpful, if you like what I got going on and you know this is going to be helpful for you, please like the shit, share it, and make sure I will be putting the link in the Discord, the free Discord. Make sure y'all sign up for the challenge. Keep in mind, once again, I want to keep what we have as a trader's edge that makes us successful in STB. I want to keep it in-house. So I need you to sign up for these challenges and make sure y'all show up. Because it's certain things I'm just not willing to put on YouTube. Okay? Because I don't want them to stop working. So make sure you sign up. If you want the replays for them, that's fine. Make sure you go grab the VIP ticket. That will cost. Because my VIPs, I'm going to do something extra special for y'all. Make sure you grab the VIP ticket if you want the replay so you can go back and study it and really break it down. Hey, grab the replay, right? The reason why, once again, I'm not putting the replay up for free is because I don't want this shit getting out. My shit works. My SCB students make good money. The last thing I need to happen is for our edge to be spread across the free world and everybody starts fucking up our trades. All right. So once again, I love you all. This has been another great SCB Market Watch. Like I said, I will see you on the next one tomorrow. I'm out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These